Things you're not going to believe for 500. I have a first place UA deck profile coming from Akino. Alright, he tore through his locals with this bad boy. And I don't know what else to say about this. Yeah, it's UA. Yeah, it does things. The extra deck is essentially a joke here. So your entire strategy is going to be capitalizing on your UA monsters. Alright, so we went 3-0, trashed a 12-man local with this, which, I mean, considering the meta contenders that he played through with this, it doesn't surprise me to see that he actually did somewhat going alright with this. So, this is your UA deck profile on a Saturday afternoon. What a more football season thing to do. Alright, so we have one Dino-Rest Prankertops going second, special summonable break board Gober. A lot of people really underestimate how stupid this card is. There's a reason why it's limited in the OCG. Alright, we have two copies of the Dreadnought Dunker. So you can special summon this card from your hand by returning a UA monster you control to your hand, except for Dreadnought Dunker. Alright, because they don't want you to loop these. Yeah, I get it too. And you can only special summon this guy once per turn. If this card attacks a defense position monster, you get Trample. This card inflicts damage to your opponent. You can target a card on the field and destroy it. Basically, you stick your level 4 on the field, you're able to easily rotate on into this, put a bigger body on the field. Seems easy enough, right? Like I said, the cool thing is basically every monster toggles into something else. And then we have triple copies of UA Libero Spiker. So you can special summon this card from your hand by returning a UA monster to your hand. That's probably the best clause we have going for this. You can only special summon this guy once per turn. I really wish that we could just go summon attack, 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 and just OTK. That'd make the deck really cool, but we can't do that. So during your opponent's main phase quick effect, you can shuffle one level 5 or higher UA monster from your hand into the deck. And if you do, you can special summon one UA monster from your deck with a different name than the returned card back to the deck. So actually, this sets up for some cool interactions with some of the broken cards that we actually have. So we have one copy of UA Midfielder. This actually used to be probably the best card that we had in our deck for level 4s. It was the only one we had. So you can special summon this card from your hand by returning UA monster you control to your hand. You only special summon one UA Midfielder once per turn this way. During either player's turn, you can activate, or you can target another UA monster you control, return it to the hand, and you can special summon a UA monster from your hand with a different name from that monster. So we get the ability to toggle out. Easy. Alright? Alright, so then we have the Two Mighty Swagga. So you can special summon this card from your hand by returning UA monster you control to your hands. Almost like that was the entire premise of the mechanic. You only special summon this guy once per turn, and if this card attacks, your opponent can activate cards or effects till the end of the damage step. Does this remind anybody of Ancient Gear Golem and the jamming clause that he presents? Yeah, it's definitely Ancient Gear Golem. Alright, Triple UA Player Manager. Now, if you guys know, this was probably the best upgrade that we actually just got for this deck. So if you normal or special summon a UA monster or monsters, except during damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. So this basically gets to special summon and extend itself out. If this card is special summon, you can activate one of these effects. Target one card on the field and destroy it, so this will set up for an interruption on the opponent's turn. Or you can negate the effects of all face-up monsters on the field until the end of this turn, except for UA monsters. You can only use each effect of UA Player Manager once per turn. So you get a generic global skill drain across the field, or you get the ability to set up an interruption through what the opponent does. Seems very, very easy here. And then we have the one copy of Alpha. It's almost like playing two copies of Prankertops, and our deck is very good. We have two copies of Foolish Brittle Goods for dropping for our search cards. One Feather Duster for generic back row removal. Check. One copy of Lightning Storm for board wiping. Triple copies Pot of Extrav. So you don't care about your extra deck. I mean, okay, so you can care about your extra deck to a degree. I've seen a lot of decks that just kind of have like a real extra deck just in case. But UA doesn't really care. All right, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. So having the draw power access is a lot more value to you in the long run. We have one copy of Rhoda because, you know, everything in the deck is a warrior. All right, and it's also like the only real thing that we can search for is this. And, of course, you know, Libro here, but you do get access to Tutor for whichever of these you're seeking. One Terraforming to search for our field spells. One copy of Terraforming. One copy of Tactics. A lot of people like this card in 1s or 2s, so this is fine. All right. Field spell time. This card is always treated as FA, or is always treated as an FA card. All right. When this card is activating, add a UA or FA monster from your deck to your hand, or add one UA Stadium card from your graveyard to your hand. You can reveal one field spell in your hand and pay 1,000 life points. You normal summon one UA or FA monster during your main phase this turn in addition to your normal summoner set. They gave us a searcher on an additional normal summoner. Frickin' Value Town. Alright, this card is cool. We have one UA Locker Room. So this card is always treated as an FA card. Alright, so we can target one UA or FA monster we control or in our graveyard and add it to your hand. And if we do, you gain 500 life points. And then you can apply this effect. You reveal any number of UA and or FA monsters in your hand, shuffle them into the deck, and then draw cards equal to the number of cards shuffled into the deck. So I get a recurable card that lets me quick shuffle back into my hand to reset up. Seems good to me. Triple copy is a UA powered jersey. Equipped only to a UA monster. It gains 1,000 attack and defense. If it battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage inflicted to the opponent is doubled. And if the equipped monster destroys a monster by its attack, it can make a second attack during the battle phase. During your standby phase, banish the equipped monster. If this card is sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster was returned to the hand, you can also return this card to your hand. So, as you're OTKing the opponent, you get to reset back up here and regain what you've lost. So, the cool thing was everything returns to the hand, so the jersey at least gets you back some advantage. Signing deal. Special summon a UA monster from your deck, but its effects are negated and cannot be used as Stink or Xyz material for a summon, and then you lose life points equal to that monster's level times 300. This is probably my favorite card in our deck. They actually just said, hey, you want a hero lives? Sure, enjoy it. And then we have the old UA Stadium. If a UA monster monster is normal summoned to your side of the field, you can add a UA monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, if a UA monster is special summoned to your field, all monsters you currently control gain 500 attack. Extra OTK fodder, by the way. And then we have triple copies of Imperm, one red reboot, and then we have triple penalty box. At the start of the damage step, all your UA monster battles an opponent's monster. You can banish that opponent's monster until your opponent's second end phase. You can only use this effective UA penalty box once per turn. You banish this card from graveyard to add a UA spell card from your deck to your hand. So this is where our Foolish Barrel good value actually capitalizes. Extra deck is a complete joke. One some more, two Conductor, two Great Fly, triple Bloom, one Dolga, one Shimota, one Mutant Synthesis, one Avatar Fist, Armor Anshu, and then we have triple copies of Bloom Diva of the Choir. Side deck here is one Lancia, one Scythe. We have one UA blocker here. So you can special summon this card from your hand by returning UA monster you control your hand. Only can summon this once per turn. Once per turn, when your opponent special summons a monster, you change that monster's battle position and negate its effect. It's actually really good. One copy of the Goalkeeper, so we can special summon this once per turn, and only can summon it once per turn. Once per turn, during your opponent's turn, one UA monster you control. During this turn, cannot be destroyed by power card effects. That's a quick effect. Two copies of Perfect Ass, and only summon this once per turn. Same summoning conditions as the rest. Once per turn, during your opponent's turn, when a card or effect is activated, you discard a card to negate that activation. If you do, destroy it. It's probably one of the best cards that we have going for it. And then we have two Appointer, two Artifact Sanctum, two Ice Dragon's Prison, and two Trap Trick. And then he forgot to put in the 15th card into the side deck. He just played with a 14-card side deck for this. This is UA getting first place out of locals, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, it was 12 people. So either way, like playing through with this, we'll take it. I think it was pretty cool. Alright, tell me the last time that you guys saw UA actually frickin' do something at this level of locals, I guess. Guys, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about this hotness. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace out. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.